Hello, I am Katie, and in Bio 1, for the last month, we have been tracking two counties. I did Pennington County and Lawrence County in South Dakota, and I chose those two because I used to live in Pennington County, and we're currently living in Lawrence County, so I thought it would be cool to check on those on the COVID cases. But for now, I'm going to start at number 3 and look at the New York Times article based on the U.S. as a whole. Is our country meeting the testing targets, and does it vary by region? So if we go to the New York Times article, 36 of the states are below the target, which is a lot, and only 9 are actually meeting it, and 6 are near the target but not quite. So if you look at the map, South Dakota is one of the ones not meeting the requirements. It looks like more towards the east of the U.S. They're meeting it. And does this vary by region? Yes, very clearly. It can be based on population or how much money is being put into it by each county or state. If we scroll down, we can see the percentage of testing targets in each state, and South Dakota is actually the lowest testing, which is only 8%, not even close to the target, and then 39% positivity rate compared to all the other ones. It's the largest as of right now. So how does this information influence our project? Well, since I did South Dakota, and I can clearly tell that South Dakota is not meeting its requirements, that all my information isn't quite accurate, just because they just haven't had or haven't been able to have enough testing. And how might this information differently influence the public? Well, it's just giving them not quite all the information they need on who all has COVID, just because there's not enough testing available. People could have it and not know or be able to be tested because there's not enough, or they just don't have symptoms and so they can't be tested. And I guess that goes for healthcare professionals too. Obviously, they would like as much testing as possible, even for themselves, so they can stay healthy and keep everyone else healthy. And then the government officials would like to give out as accurate information as they could, so they would like as much testing as possible just to know who all has COVID, which really is not possible, especially in South Dakota. We just don't have enough testing. And maybe in the future, hopefully, by the time the vaccine's out, we've gotten better with testing, but who knows right now. And for number 1, I said I'm doing Pennington and Lawrence County. And the two population size for that, as of 2019, Pennington County is 113,775, and Lawrence County, as of 2019, was 193,134. And could the population size influence results? I for sure think that. Just because how much testing is possible for each one, like if it's bigger and it can't, or if it can, it might be more accurate or not. They're pretty, obviously Lawrence County is bigger, so it will probably most likely have more cases, or at least you would think. And so let's move on to looking at the data for question 2. I recorded data from August 19th to October 2nd, and we would record the new positive cases, the amount of tests that day, and then the percentage of positive cases. And then I did that for Pennington County and Lawrence County. And now we will graph the percent positivity rate. And so this is Pennington County versus Lawrence County. The blue is Pennington, and there are definitely a few outliers, like at 180. And then another one here, just above 100%. But Lawrence County overall looks like it has more cases, which would make sense with the population. There are quite a few outliers going over 100%, which we have to take into account because it will make the data look less accurate. With like the trend line looks like it's really decreasing, but we know like overall it it increases quite a bit usually if you look at like the data. But if you take the data and you take out the outliers and then you regraph it, it definitely changes the trend line to make it a little more accurate. Clearly it's still not perfect, but the trend line is definitely affected by the outliers, and which overall affects all the data. The positivity rate definitely fluctuates quite a bit, going up and down, but that's the trend line. And overall, yes, Lawrence County does have more cases usually. And so with my presentation overall, I really enjoyed getting to watch the data every day for South Dakota. I think it's very good to stay informed, even if you're not quite interested in it. It's good to keep everyone healthy and safe, especially with the increase in positive cases, especially lately, in South Dakota especially too. And I hope you learned something. Thank you.